Elliott, thanks for talking to us. I guess the last 6 months or so have been a whirlwind for you.
Yeah, they have, yeah.
Just tell us a bit about your experiences and maybe the last 6 months, and just talk us through it, please.
Yeah, it's all been so fast, really. It's just been quite a few big games, and then the Wembley one done well, and then it just kicked on from there. Then I come here.
Yeah, and the Wembley hat trick you scored, and then was that at that point, was that the moment you thought that Tranmere might be interested, or did you hear something before that?
No, it was after that when I heard about a few teams, to be honest, but Tranmere were the main ones, yeah.
So was that a case of it being born out of that success at Wembley with Rylands?
Yeah, it was just leading up to that, just leading even before the final, leading up to the final, I was doing well and I was scoring, and in the quarterfinals and the final, I was scoring, and then the final I scored a hat-trick, so it was just blew off from then.
How did the move to Tranmere come about then?
After the game, because of Ireland, Paul Strefford's the owner in, and then I signed up with Strefford, and then he got in touch with Paul, and then Paul got in touch with me and told me, and then come and had a look at the training ground, and it was all done from then.
So what did that mean to you, going from Warrington Rylands to Tranmere Rovers?
It was the best feeling ever, to be honest. It's just one of them that I always dreamed of to do, and I never thought now that it would have happened. And then once I heard it was going to happen, I was just so happy. I was so keen just to get it done, and I was like waiting, and I was thinking, I just want this done. And then once it got done, I was made up. Like, I was really happy. Yeah.
Why did you think the chance might have passed you by?
I don't know, just because I am 24 now. I thought been playing the same level for a few years, and they all want like young lads to play. But I always knew I was good enough, to be honest. I just needed a chance, and then I proved myself, and then I've got a chance now to kick on now.
And not too many players make the jump, do they, from the Northern Premier League up to the Football League? So do you hope that your move will maybe give hope to some other players in that division?
Yeah, because even at that level, there are some really good players, so that could play this level, but it just depends how much they want it, doesn't it? If you want it enough and you keep trying, it will happen. Like, I tried and it happened for me, so hopefully it will happen for some others.
And aside from maybe a few more supporters in the grounds, what are the big differences between where you were with Warrington Rylands and League Two?
Do you mean like the playing or the fit?
Yeah, it could be anything in terms of match prep, maybe the analysis that goes into the games, and anything.
I didn't
really
understand how much important the analysis is and all that, and like like after the game, you look at your chip and on your heart rate and all that, and it's just crazy. I never thought about that before, and now it's just so much stats and all that. But it's a big part of it, isn't it?
And what about the standard of play? How much of a difference is that?
Yeah, there's a difference, like, but I believed in me abilities, like, and I still do now. So I think I'm all right at it, but just fitness, I need to get fitter and just keep going, innit?
Because ultimately, it's still the same, isn't it? In the sense that it's still 22 men on a field kicking a football around.
Yeah, it's football, and it doesn't change. It's like the goals don't change, do they? They're always there. So just get a chance and I'll score.
Did you expect to be involved in the first team as much as what you have so far?
At the beginning, no, but then once I started like training and playing, and then I started thinking that I can do it, and then I just started getting more chances and started playing more, didn't I? So.
And what did it mean to score a goal?
That was amazing. That's up like that Wembley and a few other moments that they're all up there with the best.
You sound like you're on a real high at the moment.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, just being here as a boss, like, I love it. Every day coming in here, like, I wouldn't change it for the world.
And do you have any hopes for the rest of the season?
Yeah. Well, I wish we got promoted. Like, I'd be made up if we could. That means me playing, or that means me not playing. Like, that's the goal. Even if I'm not involved, I'd love to be promoted. That's a goal. Score as much goals as I can and play as much minutes as I can as well. And I just want to get promoted, don't I?
Elliott, I'll let my colleagues get in now. Thanks so much for talking to us.
Thank you. Ta.
Elliott, Richard Garnett from the Globe here. Welcome to Tranmere. James has already touched on that first goal you got there against Oldham. So it's always nervous for any sort of new striker going to any club to try and get off the mark, isn't it? So you obviously enjoyed scoring that, but did you feel any nerves when you put that in, or was it just instinctive?
Nah, I don't really get nervous. I just get excited. Like all the boys speak to me. Are you like speaking to me saying, "Are you ready?" and that, and I'm like, it doesn't bother me playing. I love playing, but once that went in, that was amazing.
For the benefit of a lot of people who are still learning, who you are and about you, what sort of striker would you say you are?
I'm a bit, I don't know. I like getting. I just like scoring. Like, but I just like running in behind as well. And I can hold the ball up. I can head. I can do a bit of all of it, but just want to score.
That's good to hear. But where do you like it best? You know what I mean? Is it...
I like the ball getting played in behind where I can run and I can just run in behind and try and score. Yeah.
Lot of physical centre backs in League Two. As I'm sure that probably wasn't the level you were playing at anyway. But is that a battle that you enjoy? You know, sort of chasing after that ball in the box and trying to beat a big man.
Yeah, I do. I like battling. I don't mind the ball into feet as well because it just. I'd do it all day if I could, but running in behind, I like that more, yeah.
Has Mickey sort of given you any targets at the moment in terms of goals or even appearances, or is it just a case of getting you used to being a professional footballer?
Yeah, just no targets really. Just want me just to improve and just keep enjoying playing because he knows how happy I am at the minute. He just wants me to keep being happy, keep playing, and don't change. Really, just be as I am and just carry on going.
Obviously, you can learn from the senior pros around you, and people have been around forever, like Peter Clark and whatnot. Just in terms of the forwards, and obviously James Vaughan was a big player of this team. He's left now. Did you manage to speak to him at all before in this transition?
No, I've seen him a few times. Though when he comes in, he speaks to me like, yeah. But as you just said, Peter Clark is one of them who speaks to me all the time and make sure I'm all right every day. He's a proper fella now.
Certainly is. And how have you found the reaction of the fans so far? Because Tranmere fans do love to see Merseyside lads get into the side, especially ones who've come through the ranks to make it to this level.
Yeah, the fans are boss, aren't they? They're crazy, but I love it like that, mate. I love it when it's like that. And they travel everywhere, don't they? And they just love the club. So hopefully I can make them proud.
Scunthorpe on Saturday. A lot of these players that we might speak to normally on a week-to-week basis, they've played against a lot of these sides before, so they know the players. So is this a bit different for you? Do you have to do a bit of research on the centre backs or whatnot, or is it sort of you're learning as you go here?
Yeah, we have a meeting anyway about it, but I don't really mind doing playing against. I just go out and play really. Like, it's just footy at the end of the day, and good enough. So don't have to worry about them. Should worry about us.
Just final one from me then. Obviously, you're picking up advice from new players. My lad plays under 11s. He went round the keeper last night and hit the post with an open goal, a bit down. So, what advice would you give to young strikers if they have disappointing moments? And is it all about staying mentally strong?
Yes, I have been there before where when you miss, you don't even want the ball again, but you just have to keep going. And then once you get that one, you won't stop and you just keep going, won't you?